Unlike most urban legends, the description, behavior, and location has been centered in a small area. Velvet Street in Trumbull, also known as Dracula Drive, is the center of these Melonhead stories. Velvet Street goes through long stretches of woods, is very isolated, and is near a body of fresh water that is capable of supporting their life. The Melonheads are described as short, about 3 feet tall, and have distorted features such as a short torso, a large head and eyes, and long skinny arms. Some believe they are cannibalistic and may even have the power to communicate with each other telepathically. There are many stories of hikers, backpackers, and others that have disappeared while alone in areas rumored to be home to these Melonheads.
So I heard rumors about Dracula Drive where people have seen things, heard things, so I decided to go and investigate on my own. And so I was driving down one day, I had a friend in the passenger seat, and I looked to the left, I looked to the right, there's a hill up on the right, there's woods to the left. And I looked to the left, and as soon as I looked straight, I saw something flash by my face real quick on the corner of my eye. And then the person I was with said that they heard whispers in their ear saying, "Get out, get out."
And I'm driving down. I have my friend with me. We're all like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Because, you never think anything's going to happen. None of those myths are true. But we're driving down. Everything seems fine. My radio's off. Right? And all of a sudden, it lights up. And it started playing like 60s music. It was weird. Like, I've never heard that before. I don't have it on my phone. It was so weird.
Last winter, I was driving down Velvet Street, and it was dark. It was about midnight, and going slow. And I thought I saw something in the woods. So I got out of my car, grabbed a flashlight, shining around in the woods, and I think I saw this pair of eyes. And I got kind of sketched out. So I got back in the car, drove off, and who knows? Could have been Melonhead, but I don't know. I didn't go back there.
We're at Velvet Street right now. I'm going to talk about the 2 legends that exist. First one I'm going to talk about is the one about the mental asylum. So supposedly there was a mental asylum around here that, due to a fire, was burned down in 1960, killing most of the staff and most of the patients. However, there were 10 to 20 patients that were unaccounted for. They escaped. And supposedly they came here, they adapted to the living environment, and due to cannibalism and inbreeding, they were able to develop hydrocephalus, which is what made their heads shaped like
Alright,
melons.
so we're out here on Velvet Street, Trumbull. It's right on the Trumbull-Monroe border. So, as Matt said previously, there are 2 legends or myths as to how these Melonheads came to be and why they live out here. So, as Matt mentioned with the mental asylum, the second one is around the colonial era of the United States here in the colonies. There was a clan or a large family, some 12, 15 people, that lived in the Trumbull-Shelton area, and they had been kicked out of society or disowned from society because they were accused of practicing witchcraft. So since they were not allowed to live civilized lives in their normal homes, they had to adapt to the woods out here. They became hunter-gatherers, and to survive, or for the clan to survive, they had to reproduce through a series of inbreeding. And as you know, through inbreeding, it does cause some physical alterations, some things that are abnormal. And as a result of this, they have developed very large bulbous heads, which has given them the nickname as Melonheads. So here we are making our way down Velvet Street. We were just on Haram Hill. So from Haram Hill onwards, it actually just starts on the dirt road. So right off the start, we're moving closer into the Melonhead territory because it said that they reside more on the dirt part of the road rather than the rough gravel. So as you can see all around us, it's pretty dense forest. There is some elevation. There's also declines, plenty of spaces where they can take shelter, refuge. So,
Just turned around, we noticed a article of clothing, well, shoes to be specific, like you see in the Sandlot when the guy throws the shoes on the power lines. don't know if you can see them through the windshield, but you got a couple pairs of shoes hanging from the power lines.
So it is now midnight, and me and Alex are in the car, and we're gonna head on over to Velvet Street, the place of all the accusations of these Melonhead sightings, and we're gonna see if we can find anything. And me and Alex are here on Velvet Street, about a mile in, right outside the woods of the famed Melonhead sightings. We are on the dirt road that lies right outside the woods, and it's rained a little bit in the past week, so it's a little wet and slippery here, and the hill's been a little slippery. We were in there already, but now we're gonna film ourselves going in and see if we can find any evidence of anything. Alright, we're still trekking through the woods here. Haven't really found too much. Very funny trying to.
Justin, that wasn't me.
All right, fine.
Justin, we're walking.
That's not you?
No, it's not me, Justin.
What is it? All right, I think.
Justin, come on. We have to do it. I think it's coming.
All right, let's head back to the
All right,
car
come on,
then.
let's go. I can't be out here anymore.
The stomping noises before kind of creeped us out, but we haven't heard any since, so we're gonna keep on trekking and see what we can find.
Justin, you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It sounded like a cooing noise.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not good, because the legend says that melonheads use a cooing noise to communicate with each other throughout the woods.
There it is again.
It
That sounded a little more higher pitched.
It sounds louder, and the higher the pitch, the more urgent they are. So I would suggest we keep moving, because
All right, Justin, there it is again.
They like to coo to each other to like say when there's a prey nearby, and I'm not looking to be prey, so let's go.
Now let's go.
It looks like we finally made it back to our car, and thank God too, because those noises before and just the darkness and the overall atmosphere is really starting to creep us out. So we're gonna.
That's it again, Justin.
Sounds like it again.
Yeah.
Right,
I think it's following us, so we're just gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna.
I think it's let's get in the car.
All right, so we're back in our car. It's been a weird night with a lot of weird occurrences going on with the stomping and the cooing noises, and just a lot of strange things have been happening. And I'm not.
Justin, it's here.
What the hell is
drive,
that?
drive. Come on, let's go. Go.
So I have to apologize that we really didn't expect to run into any problems. Like, we really didn't expect this legend to really be so prominent nowadays. But the whole point of this is to be insightful and to be informational for you, the viewers, so that we can give you information on this folklore. And we really, that's what we're trying to get at here. I apologize that we have been very, very shaky with it when we were there, but we were, you have to understand, very, very scared of the situation that we were in. But now that we're in a much safer environment than when we were there, we can piece together our thoughts a little better, and we can try our best to tell you, or show you really, what we experience and how that plays into this documentary as a whole.
Alright, so we're back at Justin's house, and as we saw in the last clip, or right before we left, we did hear some banging on the car, so we're just going to try and look around and see if there's any kind of marks or anything. I mean, it was a pretty heavy force, wasn't it, Justin?
It was
a big bang.
very stunning.
It sounded like it was on like the bumper. Dude, look at this.
What?
Look at that.
This is my car.
That's not good.
Man.
Do you think that did it? You think it was a Melonhead?
It wasn't there when we first went.
No, absolutely not. I mean, this car's fairly new, right?
Yeah, this is my grandma's car. She gave it to me.
Yeah.
Man. Freaking Melonheads. You kidding me?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
this is weird.
Yeah.
We're going to go inside and see what we can do and think with this information.
So we've made it back to Justin's house. And Justin is in the computer room. He's just analyzing some of our data and comparing it to what other people have found.
I'm looking up stories. There's a whole bunch online of people who have experienced, strangely and quite surprisingly, the same things that we've seen. So I'm starting to get a stronger conviction that what we experienced is actually what we were looking for, and that being melonheads or some sort of humanoid creature of some sort that resembles these melonheads. So it's actually, while it is quite scary, it is very interesting to see our results be compared with others online.
gonna start walking down Velvet Road. Trevor's gonna take the wheel. I'll meet him at the end. All right. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy. This is actually Velvet Street, so I'm gonna walk down it alone. There goes my ride. I'll meet him at the end. As you can see, it's very dark and freaking sketchy. Not much visibility. Nothing strange yet. A bunch of cars. There goes Trevor. This is where I need to bring a friend, particularly a fat friend. In case someone comes out, you know, they'd be the first ones to go. They wouldn't be able to keep up with the Melonheads. Oh, what am I doing this for? Okay. Nothing strange yet. It's about like 10:30 at night right now. I know it's supposed to be around 12 o'clock, but as long as there's darkness, it should attract something. Jesus, it feels like it's forever. Where's the end? I don't know. I'm starting to see cars. That's good. Check behind me real quick. Jeez. I'm not gonna walk up there. I'm just gonna walk this trail. Reaching the end of the road now. I see cars. I see Trevor's, my truck actually. Oh, something's happening over there. There's a lot of rustling right now. I'm not sure if you can hear it. There's Trevor's, there's the truck. Alright, that was a weird noise. Starting to run to the truck.
Okay, so after examining some of our evidence, reviewing videos, and some pictures, and reading other people's experiences, we are going to assume that the strange encounters that we had just a few hours ago on Velvet Street was due to the presence of Melonheads. You know, the cooing, the scratching, the stomping, even the banging on the cars is very similar to other people's experiences and historic stories. Like one of the most famous ones from the 1980s about a car actually being stolen and driven away by the Melonheads. So while this is, you know, an urban legend, and some people may not believe it, or some people just go to Velvet Street for just to be daredevils. This urban legend is, you know, very important to our community. It's also something that the community, the Trumbull, Shelton, Monroe area, should take great care to, because there have been recorded deaths there, some theft, a lot of injuries, and you know, it's in a fairly populated area with some suburban areas surrounding it. So while the Melonheads do stay in isolation to the Velvet Street area, Velvet Street does connect two main roads, Madison Avenue and Haram Hill Road. So one wrong turn can really put someone in trouble.